Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to take the Savis lightsaber blades or legacy lightsaber blades from their standard 31-inch length to a custom length of whatever you want. For mine I did 16 inches, something nice and easy for a little one to play with and swing around without accidentally hitting something. Everything works as it should, and you can set it to whatever length you like. Alright, so starting to take the blade apart. Pretty easy so far. You just take out the 3 screws that are right here. I did have to get something under there to pry it open. It doesn't want to come open easy. But hopefully once you get that done, it just snaps open and apart. Inside you'll see some of the electronics. There's definitely a capacitor on that part of the blade, so you want to be kind of careful with that. You don't want to bend it, break it, or do anything crazy with it. Notice this little piece comes out. You got to slide this down, and these little pieces they snap right in. Their size, so you're not going to confuse which side's which, but you just don't want to lose those. And after that, the whole blade will slide out. Like I said, you want to be careful with the capacitors that are right there. Alright, so now that I have this out, you can take off this piece of foam. Just be careful you don't break it, because you'll probably need it for the diffusion to the light later. So here are the LEDs that are inside of there. Okay, so I have the blade apart. I'm ready to make the break. I don't know if you guys could see it on the video, but here's my 16-inch mark. I have a little red mark right there on the LEDs where I need to break it at. It's 16 inches from where the lights start, because this is going to go into the hilt. So if you just do 16 inches overall, you're going to end up with like less than a 16-inch blade visible. So that's kind of how it works on the Disney ones. Here's the 26-inch blade if you measure it overall. The overall is something like 29, because you got your little piece here. They don't count this as part of the blade. They only count the visible part. So I'm doing the same from here to 16 up. I'm not counting this as the visible part of the blade. So like I said, hopefully this works. Hopefully I can break it and it'll still work. Alright, here's the top of the LED blade. I almost wish I could make another lightsaber out of this, but I don't think that's possible once you break it off. So the easiest way that I broke it off, there's the red marks I made, was I just took my Leatherman tool and I literally just snipped the edges on both sides, turned around, gave it a little clip, and I just cracked it off. Nice and easy. Next part is to cut this blade and remove the plug, make it my own custom length again. Measure, I've got to do 16 inches. The best way to do that is put it all back together and kind of make a line mark where you need it to be. So, because like I said, the part that goes into the hilt comes up to right here. If you measure 16 inches from here, you're going to end up with a lot shorter blade. So from here to whatever 16 inches is, it does not cover the length of the LEDs, because the plug comes up to right about here. Alright guys, I'm all done. I put it back together. This is the excess. Like I said, I snapped this off with a Leatherman. I just simply cut the foam that acts as like a light dissipator. And then underneath it also was like this other insert that kind of acts as a film. I just used the X-Acto knife to cut it, and then I used scissors to trim it kind of flush. So this is the extra. Then I used a Dremel to cut the actual polycarbonate blade, and then I just used a piece of sandpaper and smoothed it down. The hard part was gluing the blade plug back in. If you don't get it just right, it doesn't fit perfectly in there, but use a little bit of glue, a little bit of tape. This was the end product. So here is the excess that was cut off of it. Here's the overall blade. I was looking for something about 16 inches, so overall it's sitting at about 20, but just the blade alone is sitting at 17, so not too far off. This is the one I was trying to emulate. That one sits right at 16. So, of course, like I said, testing it worked good, but once you put it back together, I put a little bit of tape around here that stops some of the squeal from it when you're playing with it. You could hear that lockup noise. Then still lights up, still has a power down, and it's a lot shorter, so the little one could run around with it, swing it around. Minimum risk of him hitting something hard or whacking something or breaking something on the walls or knocking something over. It's perfect size for a little one to run around and play with and not do any damage. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Other than that, thanks for watching.